Hello. Y'all, this video is not really for y'all, for real. This video is not for y'all. This video is for me, okay? Hey, Steaming Queen. This video is for me because I gotta make sense of this. Whew, okay. So the topic for today is make it make sense. Okay? Goodness. It's not the Rona, all right? Just a little scratch in my throat. Hold on, let me go. Y'all always walking with me all around my house. First, I gotta get my straw. Then I gotta get my kombucha out the refrigerator. All right. So, and I'm doing this video. Girl, I didn't even know that thing could spin around like that. There goes the notification. That was late, Instagram. What's up, Insta? Make it make sense. Because I've been around for a while now, you know, in this consultation game. Hey, oh my darling. And I feel like I pretty much heard it all at this point. I literally feel like I've heard it all, okay? But the reason why, hold on, let me get right. This kombucha is so good. This is berry Nirvana, but my favorite is this mango peach. I got it from Aldi. All right, anyway, so I was talking to this man earlier. You know, I went live earlier and I was talking about this 55-year-old man that I met when I was walking around my neighborhood, right? So we're talking, he's talking about how a lot of women think, you know, namely black women that he's dated, but he's dated all types of women. He's dated women from like Japan and Thailand and stuff like that. And some white women, you know. Hey, Key. But yeah, he was talking about how a lot of black women are masculine, and he feels like the reason why they are that way is because they've been failed by a lot of black men. You know, they can't depend on black men, so they have to be more assertive. But we can't lose who we are just because, hey, Queen Bee, we can't lose who we are just because these black men aren't really stepping up to the plate. It's sort of like the adverse will happen. So it's almost like this. Let's say my man says he don't have the rent money, right? Let's just say it's the 15th. He doesn't have the rent money, but the rent money is due in basically 15, 16 days, right? Due on the 1st. So if on the 20th, I'm like, you know what? F you, I'm gonna get the rent money myself. You ain't S, cuss him out, and I go get the money up myself and pay it. Guess what? When he's short again, who's he going to look to pay that rent? Right? So, and don't get me wrong, this is not for married people because I know people get sick, people fall on hard times or whatever, but your first resort when a man is going through something should not be to jump to his rescue. Okay? Because you're setting yourself up. And virtually, he's setting you up as well because he wants you to pick up that slack, and that's not your job. Your job is to be a lady. Your job is to be feminine. Your job is to be taken care of, right? If you have children, your job is to take care of those babies. So let him figure it out. Yep, masculine energy. Absolutely. And he was just talking about how that's a barrier in a relationship because if you're so independent trying to take care of everything, that man can't take care of you. Hey, Journey. So it's almost like it's counterproductive because that's literally what men want to do. But the reason why my video is called Make It Make Sense is because I've heard a lot of dumb comments, let's just call a spade, about why women behave in certain ways. Like, people do make excuses for themselves, and I don't want y'all to make excuses because I genuinely care about you. I want you to look at your behavior and fix it so that you can get the results that you want. Okay, so the first thing I want to address is this whole idea of doing it all on your own. I don't know why this has become a thing where women feel like they have something to prove. Oh, I have to show him that I'm not lazy. I have to show him that I can get my own money. You don't have to show him anything. When he met you, you were probably living on your own, paying your own bills. He's aware that you can take care of yourself, baby. But he's here now, right? And he wants to be with you. He's asked you for your exclusivity, or he's asked for your hand in marriage, and he's ready to take care of you. So for those women who can't release the reins and allow that man to take care of them, what's the problem? Like, I'm not understanding why, okay, people will say, I don't let him do this because I'm strong and I'm independent. But then if you get cheated on, you'll stay. Well, if you're strong and independent and you're trying to show him you don't need him, why are you so upset if he cheats on you? Why can't you just move on? Do y'all see how that works? You're holding on so hard to this domineering, I can do it all by myself, but you're literally pushing him away because he doesn't feel needed. So when he cheats on you so that he can feel like a man with a woman that he can take care of, why are you upset? You're independent. Remember, you can do it all by yourself. Extreme feminine and strong black woman trope, tragic. Absolutely. I think that behavior may be learned or taught. The masculine darling used to compete with my husband. Hey, Jawan. And you know what? That competition with men, that has to stop. Like, I'm going to share y'all something that really makes me nervous. When I meet a man, or when a man is in my vicinity, you know, wherever I may be, and I hear him making disrespectful comments towards women, or, you know, a man starts arguing with a woman and they're like basically in a cat fight, that scares me because I feel like, okay, this man has woman tendencies and he's catty and he could pop off and hit that girl in her mouth any day now, any second. Like, he's a ticking time bomb. That's scary. So you don't think men are afraid when women are, I can do it on my own. No, give me the keys. I can drive. Let me do it. Babe, you don't have to take my bag. I can carry my own bag. Like, sit down. Seriously, like, sit down. What are you doing? Really think about this. What do you need a man for? If you want a companion, you can pay for that. Be like one of those old people. Go to a companion care website, get a dog, hang out with your friends. But what do you need a man for if you're not going to allow him to play his role? Men don't like that, bro. Like, and I don't know where it came from, but I'm telling you, it's not sustainable. And even the men that claim, oh, I want a strong woman. I want a woman that can hold her own. I want a woman that can pay for this and that. They typically say that because they're not able to take care of you. Not because they don't want to. But after a while, that gets old. He starts to feel emasculated. He starts to feel helpless. He starts to feel like he's not needed. He feels useless. Yes, because if he's a real provider, he will think you're crazy and bossy. Absolutely. Men don't like that at all. It is scary. It is intimidating. And it puts him in a bad position mentally. He wants to feel like your hero. He wants to be the boss. He wants to lead his household. But if you're, oh, I got it. I can do this. I can do that. I can pay a bill. It's like, just breathe, baby. Calm down. You're not losing your autonomy by not paying bills. That's not where you got your autonomy from to begin with. You're a person. You're an adult. You can still make money. You can save your money. You can invest in a business. You can make some investments and create more wealth for yourself. Put it in a mutual fund. You know, I have some financial advisors I can point you in the direction of if you want to invest some money. But you don't have to be the breadwinner. You don't have to be the provider. Dusties. That's exactly what they are. Dusties. If that man says that he wants a woman like that. You know, and most men, when they're talking about having a woman who's self-sufficient, that's normal, because think about this. Every man wants a woman that's self-sufficient. Let's just go ahead and put that out there, all right? Because essentially, men have a lower life expectancy than women, right? And this is science. You can look it up. Even when you look at life insurance, for instance, men pay more in life insurance than women do because women live longer, which means they're able to collect more money from us. But because men don't live as long, they have to pay more so that they can sort of balance out that amount, because they'll be collecting that amount of money for a less amount of time, right? If I'm not mistaken, the life expectancy for women is like 94 and the life expectancy for men is around 86. That's on average. So men know that you're probably going to outlive them. So if I want to marry you and I want to procreate with you, I have to know that you can take care of yourself if I'm not here. I have to know that you're not going to have any crazy men around my kids if I'm not here. Can you make wise decisions? You know, but if you are masculine, if I pass away, I don't feel secure in my kids being around you or, you know, being mothered by you, because you'll bring any man around my kids because you think you can handle everything. You just want somebody to love you. And we all know that when women just have a man around to love them, whatever he brings, they will basically accept. And that's why you have a lot of children who resent their parents because of things they went through as a result of their mothers or their fathers just wanting companionship. They weren't looking for anything more than just a warm body, somebody to support them, somebody to coddle their feelings. You got to get a grip. A high value man is not going for that. Period. Hey, girl. Miss H. So a high value man is not going for that. And when you perpetuate that cycle of neediness, you just craving a person's presence and you're not showing any examples of self-control, what do you think you're gonna get? And I told y'all time and time again, the way men think, if you treat him this way, he thinks you do that to all men. So if you sleep with him too soon, you sleep with all men too soon. If you are overly giving, you give everything to all men. That means if you paid his phone bill, oh, I just want to help you out. I know you said your phone was going to be off Friday, but I get paid on that day, so I'm going to make sure you got what you need. I'm going to hold you down. That's not your job. You just emasculated him. So, of course, if he's a dusty, yes, he's going to take that money. Absolutely. And some of you will even argue with the man about what it is you will do for him. Oh, no, I can't take that from you. You my girl. That's not, that's not your role. I don't feel like a man when you do that. No, just take it. Here. You're forcing yourself on him. And he's telling you, I don't want that from you. And then later on, if the relationship doesn't work out, you feel some type of way because you got used or because you gave so much in that relationship and he never asked you for any of that. Stop. Like, it's not okay. Looking expensive, sweetie. Oh, darling, I try. And so just be mindful. Like, if you try to do it on your own, you try to make it seem like you have everything under control, he has no role. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Even on days where I felt like my boyfriend really couldn't help me do anything, where I'm like, I don't need that man for anything. I don't have anything for him to do. I do something simple. Babe, can you open these pickles? Babe, can you please open my kombucha? This is really tight. Thank you. You weak. You da-da-da-da. I know, but you're so strong. Gas them up. That was easy. How you ain't? I don't know. I think my hands were slippery. Give him something to do. He feels like a man. You trying to reach something on top of the cabinet and your silly self go grab a chair. I'm not going to curse at you. Your silly self go grab a chair out of the dining room instead of calling your man, babe, I can't reach the peanut butter. Little things. It's the little things. Okay? I even have some women, oh, well, my daddy taught me how to change oil, so I can do that on my own. But you have a man now, child. That's what your man is for. Your father taught you that, so while you don't have a man, you can take care of yourself. I act like I don't even know how to change oil, but I bet money if I knew, my man would never know. Babe, the light just came on. I need an oil change. If he doesn't know how to do it, he's paying someone to do it. Follow the script. This stuff works. It makes men feel like men. It gives them a place. It gives them a role. And when you take that away from him, you're literally telling him, I don't need you. Men don't just want to be a companion. So for women, women need love. Men need respect. How do women need love? In the form of security, right? If a man is taking care of us and he's protecting us, we feel secure. We can fall in love with you because now we trust you, right? For a man, he needs respect. So for a woman, that means submission, which is reverence to your husband, respecting his decision making, and trusting him to lead you. It's a symbiotic relationship. He gives you security, you give him respect. That's how y'all mesh. But if you don't allow him to give you security, how can you develop respect for him? It's going to be like oil and water because he doesn't have anything to give you. Do you understand? So don't be so quick to hold on to your autonomy, feeling like you're going to miss out on something or he's going to mislead you, right? Use your intuition. If you feel like he's not the person for you, go ahead and dead that. But if that man is a provider and a protector and you feel like you can trust him, let him do his job. So true. Thank you, Queen Bee. So, this is the point where I open up the floor for questions. So please use that question box. And don't put any context in there. Like some people try to give me their whole life story and that question box just runs right off the page. So just put the question in there. And then if you have more you want to add for context in the comments, then I'll be able to read it. But definitely ask me whatever you want to ask me. And I had to do this video because I don't understand. Like some women will be like, yeah, I don't want him to do this because I'm independent and blah, 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 blah. But then it's like you want to be seen as so strong by him. And then if he cheats on you, you stay. Do you think you're strong now? You stayed and he cheated on you. You got to make it make sense. And if you're so beaten down and broken down by having to work all the time and do too much around the house, cook, clean, sweep, mop, wash clothes, go to work, that's too much. Like, let that man be a man. And to be completely honest with you, a lot of women stay under those circumstances because they feel like they've given so much. And they feel like if I just keep giving and keep giving and keep giving, then eventually I will receive a return. But like I told y'all before, you got to learn how to take L's. You got to learn when to be like, and I see the question. You got to learn how to take L's. You got to learn when to be like, you know what? I done lost a lot already. Let me back out and charge it to the game. Is there such thing as being too cold / mean when you're telling a man you're dating what you expect and don't accept? I wouldn't say so. I mean, there's always a way to say everything. So, you know, be respectful. Don't call him out of his name. Don't make any demands of him. Just tell him what you like. Like, you know, well, if you want to date me, I prefer something more formal, you know, making sure you take me out to dinner, something of that nature. But it's not like I don't want y'all thinking y'all have to go into conversations with a rule book. Like when I meet a man, I'm really observing. I'm seeing how you're going to treat me, and I'm correcting along the way. Like if I see something I don't like. Like for instance, okay, this guy earlier, right? When I was talking to him, he said something about me taking his number. I said no. Because I don't take men's number. You understand? So just stick to your standards. You don't really have to give them a blueprint, because there's a lot of men that will pretend to be what you want so they can get what they want from you. But no, I don't really think there's a such thing as being too cold. Just let them know what it is when the time comes. Can you explain the difference between low and high maintenance feminine women? Yes. So a feminine woman has to do with her aura. Let me see. You said low. I don't want to forget the question. You said low and high maintenance. So a feminine woman has to do with her aura, her spirit, the way she carries herself, the way she looks, just her overall demeanor. So a real feminine woman would not be a low maintenance woman. It's like virtually impossible. Now, there are very beautiful women who can be low maintenance, but that doesn't make her feminine. Does that make sense? So a low maintenance woman would be someone who doesn't require a lot. Like if a man says, oh yeah, I would love to take you out on a date, but I really don't have it right now, but I'd like to cook for you and maybe watch a Netflix movie. That's low maintenance. He didn't have to spend any money to get you over there, you know, and some of these dusties will even go as far to say some crazy stuff like, oh, well, just let me know what you want to eat and I'll go buy it. Like if you can do all that, you can take me out to dinner, babe. And a lot of men, to be perfectly honest, they do that to sort of check your temperature, to see what you will and will not accept. So that's a low maintenance woman, somebody who doesn't require anything, someone who never asks for anything. And I don't expect you to be asking for things all the time and always having your hand out, but just know like you should be able to, you know, and you should expect to be taken care of. So that's a low maintenance woman. A high maintenance woman is someone who knows her worth, not afraid to ask for anything. You know, there's a lot of women who are like, oh, I don't know if I can ask him for this and that. And I'm like, are you sleeping with him? Yes. Okay, so you definitely shouldn't be afraid to ask for anything, you know. And then for men that you're not sleeping with, just because you're not sleeping with that person doesn't mean they can't do anything for you. Like women by nature are receivers, which is why we have this and men have this. They are givers. We are receivers by nature. That's in our biology. Okay, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, high maintenance, she just knows what she wants. She takes good care of herself, always smells good, like always looks good as well. All right, what was the next question? Any tips about daily practices to act these tips out? Well, first of all, just prioritize yourself. Like, that's really all it's about. Put yourself first. So let's say, for instance, you wanted to go get a massage, right? Or go get acupuncture. I'm obsessed with it now. I've only had it once, but it was so much fun. I did it over spring break when I was in Louisiana. So you want to go do some type of spa treatment or do something to take care of yourself. And then this guy is like, oh, I want to come take you out tonight. Be ready at blah, blah, blah time. And it's like, no, you didn't plan anything. I have plans. I wish you would have let me know in advance. You know, babe, I need 48 hours. So continuously put yourself first. Don't allow anything that anybody else has going on to have precedence over you. That's number one. The second thing is just make sure you look good, girl. Like, even when I really don't feel like putting on makeup, if I'm leaving my house, I'm gonna put it on, you know. I'm making sure that you have feminine clothing, you wear feminine colors, you keep your nails done, you know, make sure your toes look nice, like just everything about you. One of the things that I always hear men say that they love about me is that I keep myself up. They like, I love a woman that takes good care of herself. Like, that's attractive to a man. They love that, because the way you take care of yourself, they feel like, okay, she can love herself, she can love me. But men literally feel like you're incapable of loving if you don't love yourself first. So those are just a few practices. And then eating healthy too. I mean, that's always a really simple one. How do you deal with a man that's inconsistent? Do you bring it up when he contacts again or ignore? You don't deal with a man that's inconsistent. You don't want to talk. That's how I feel. If you're not consistent with me, you don't want to talk. Now, granted, I feel like it's true that a man doesn't necessarily owe you anything. So, like, let's just say this, for instance. I'm talking to a guy and he goes 1 or 2 days without talking to me. Okay, but if he was already consistent and then he just sort of stopped for 1 or 2 days, that's going to show me what type of person he is, because you showed me consistency and then you stopped. That's normally when we have a problem with it, when he's showing you consistency at first and then he stops. So just leave him alone, you know, or get money from him. Like, every time he comes back after a while, you're welcome, queen. After he comes back after a while, just soon as he hits you up, hey, yeah, I know I haven't talked to you in a couple days, but I've just been stressed about blah, 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 and throw a bill out there. If he can't pay it, block him. That's what I would do. I wouldn't even play with him. Because the way I look at it, if a man is inconsistent with me, he doesn't want me. Like, that's like a dead giveaway. On to the next. And I wanted to talk about online dating too. I know a lot of people do that. I'm not into it. I just can't. I'm not into it. I've never had like a dating app or anything. But I don't know. I didn't know if I wanted to do like an experiment and try it out to see what it was like, so I can tell you guys, or just listen to y'all give me feedback. How do you ask for money? I've had guys pay for my groceries, etc., but I've never had. You really don't have to ask, for real. Like, if you have the right target, they're just gonna give you money. And I feel like it's always better to hint around it. Like how Miss H was talking about, you know, he's inconsistent, he just hit me up or whatever. You just hint around it, like, yeah, I've kind of been stressed about blah, blah, blah. And then he should offer you the money. You shouldn't have to ask a man for money, to be completely honest. But if he blatantly, like, if he can ask you for sex, you can ask for money. Or, matter of fact, if you're already sleeping with him, every time he wants to have sex with you, ask for something. Oh yeah, I can't wait to see you in that new lingerie. Yeah, speaking of that, I was on my way, but then I forgot I had this bill and I don't even know how I'm gonna pay it. Like, I really just need to sit here and brainstorm. I gotta figure this out, and then that's it, and see if he gives it to you. And then if he don't, I wouldn't talk to him, because what's the point, you know? Like, if my needs aren't being met, then your needs can't be met, babe. That's just how the cookie crumbles. No pun intended. Do it, girl, it worked. This guy I used to talk to, every time he'd be like, I haven't seen you, I want to see you. Be like, yeah, I know, I'm really stressed about this car payment. Get that Cashapp. And my car payment about $400. He send it every time. So it works. It really does. Y'all just gotta strategize. Men are very simple, like they are. And I love men. You know what? Something that really offended me, this lady I was talking to was basically asking me like, oh, are you sure you can give women advice on how to date with purpose if you hate men? And I was like, sis. And when I say offended, I wasn't really. I was more taken aback because that's some pick Misha stuff to say. You know, like, you think I hate men just because I require more out of them? Or because I said that men have paid for my phone number? Like, so what? I don't hate men. I love men. I think men are wonderful. If it wasn't for men, these businesses I have, I probably would never have had them. Can't believe she said that. Girl, I can. Because that's definitely pick Misha, okay? I'm just like, sis, why you gotta try to go in on me? But I handled it well. Y'all know I don't really react to nothing. I just keep it cool and look cute. I'm like, nah, I don't hate men. I love men. Like, I think men are great. I just prefer men that are protectors and providers. And, you know, it just is what it is. And that's what I like to practice because I feel like I'm saving the world with this message, you know? If I teach you how to date with purpose and you marry a good man, that means your family gonna be set. You can have children, you don't gotta stress. You know, women that have babies, but they gotta think about bills and if their child is gonna eat the next day and what they gonna wear and what people gonna think about them when they go out in public. They got a different type of stress. You can't even focus on your pregnancy all the way because you stressing about crazy stuff. Misha loves company like misery. Pick Misha does love company and it's sick. Like, I can't tell y'all. I BS y'all not. I don't have one friend that used to be on some pick me stuff that didn't come back to me and tell me, love, you were right. And I'm about to start acting differently and moving differently. Because they see I've been on this, y'all. Like, I'm not over exaggerating. Like, mentally, I did have to grow and learn some more things. So I just recently really got sharp, you know, and been able to relay a different kind of message where women are really putting themselves first. I didn't always have that same self-love. But what I've always had, hey, Shakayla, but what I've always had was the mentality that a man has to provide for you. I've always had that. Never in my, like when I graduated from college, never did I have anybody cohabitate with me where I was paying bills or where I felt like, dang, I got to stress because I don't know where my next meal is coming from. Hey, Alexis. Girl, I'm good, girl. Thank you. I hope all is well with you too. But never did I have to go through that. And then I had friends who would text me, you know, hey, love, I just need $20 for gas and blah, blah, blah. And I'm not going to lie. At the time, I would give it to them. Now I don't. But at the time, I would give it to them and be like, girl, here, you know, it is what it is. They like, I'm going to pay you back Friday, whoop-de-whoop. But now, if you have a man or I know you got some nigga fucking on you that don't belong, you on your own, sis. Hey, sis, hope you're doing good. Yes, I am. I hope you are too. I know COVID-19, this stuff is getting a little crazy, but y'all got to put yourself first, you know? And this is the perfect time to do so. It really is. While you at home, you don't have as many obligations on your time. Even if you're working from home, like I'm working from home right now too, but I'm having a ball. I'm at work working out. We got a Pilates class at my job that's virtual. And I have this yoga mat that my boyfriend bought me a couple years ago. And I just love it, y'all. I've been having a lot of fun working out, eating well, putting myself first and still looking good. Because there's no excuse. Yeah, we can't pop out right now. We can't go on a trip. I'm not able to fly. Y'all, I hate layovers. But y'all don't know what I would do just to experience a layover, okay? I literally used to pay extra. I'm talking about hundreds to take that layover off. No layovers. So I click that little button because I want to just get straight to my destination, you know, get straight into the city. Hey, Kate. Or is it Katie? And so I want to get straight to my destination, but now I'd do anything for a layover. I'm talking about 2 hours. I'll sit in the airport because I miss it so much. If your man hasn't given you money, then what? Hey, Heather. But yeah, keep that in mind. That's something y'all should never have to deal with, no man. And the bills, if anything. Even if you like, oh, well, I still don't feel comfortable. We live separately. I don't want him to have to pay for this and that. Okay. Well, if he starts talking about y'all moving in together, don't you do it. And I wouldn't recommend, honestly, I can't fathom. Like, I don't want any man in my presence that is not giving me anything. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want a man that says crazy stuff like, oh, well, if we don't live together, I'm not paying your bills. Bye. Nice to know. And let these men talk. This is what I think is going on. I'm going to be real with y'all. Some of y'all showing your hand. You get what I'm saying? When you dealing with these men, act like you playing spades. You know, act like you got your cards in your hand and your partner's across from you. They got to know what's up, but he's on the opposing team. You understand? So he does not need to know what's in your hand. Soon as he says something you don't like, you screwing up your face. Soon as he, oh, well, you don't like, no, I just prefer, oh, okay, yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with that. And they really be switching it up right in front of you and you fall for it. No, I'd listen to them. This outfit is a look, love. Thank you, girl. But I listen to men. I just let them talk. No judgment. I just sit there and I'm like, Whole time I'm in my head like, he's so fucking stupid. Why would you even tell me that? Why would you tell me that you cheated 3 times on your ex-wife and you in debt? Got student loans, 8 kids. Why are you telling me all this? You know, but they showed their hand. Because it gets to a point where, first of all, men aren't used to that. They aren't used to that listening ear. So I'm always going to be that. You understand? But another thing, they're not used to women allowing them to speak and not feeling like they have to talk over them. Or overcompensate. Like sometimes we, instead of listening, we just want to talk, want to get a word in. Stop doing that. Fall back and hear what he has to say. He'll tell you everything, I promise. Can you discuss qualities women should have when dating an alpha male? Yeah, absolutely. So the first quality, you have to be a good listener. Because men, they go through a lot. Men in general, not just black men. Men go through a lot. They got pressures. You know, they trying to climb. They want to make sure that they're good providers. So they want somebody to be able to listen to them. Somebody that they can trust. Men are really big on that. Like if y'all haven't noticed, when it comes to women getting cheated on, a lot of women, they'll take that man back. But if you cheat on a man, he'll never forgive you for that. Even if he keep you around, he will never forgive you for that. Ever. Ever. I don't give a damn what he says. All right? So have good listening skills, be trustworthy. The next thing I will say is always be pretty. You know, have something good for him to look at. Like men like to look at you. They like to be around you and smell their favorite fragrance. You know, if you wear something one day and he's like, what's that? I like that. Wear it every time you see him. You know, I just hate when men talk about other females to me. I stop them. No, don't do that. I'll listen. Listen to what he says about that woman. That's going to tell you a lot about how they are. Especially if they always bashing women. Listen to what he says about her. Don't stop him. Just listen. And you'll pick up on a pattern. What else would I say? Yeah, I said always look good. Be trustworthy. Be a good listener. Respect yourself. Don't let him, just because a man you feel like is a good catch, he got money, you know, he has his own place and he on it. Like I know y'all probably don't really see that a lot. It's not common, you know, for you to see a man that has himself well put together, but still just know that you're the prize at the end of the day. So those are the 4 qualities I would say. Know you're the prize, be trustworthy, be a good listener, and keep yourself up. Hey, Grace. How do you fix the situation after you overreacted to a man you're dating not keeping his word? So really, you don't have to fix it. Like, to be honest, if I overreact, it is what it is. You know, I'm not going to apologize because you felt how you felt. So it is what it is. The only thing you can do is fall all the way back and let him hit you up. And then when he talks to you, act regular and never overreact again. Never overreact again. And when he contacts you next time, you're welcome. When he contacts you next time, act like nothing ever happened. Like, but you don't even have to do nothing extra. And to be honest, if he didn't keep his word, like, what was it? What was it? Because to be real, I wouldn't really want to deal with somebody that didn't keep their word. Especially if it was something with some money, you can go ahead and cut them off. Thank you, I needed that. You're welcome. Yeah, okay, I'm learning. Yeah, girl, I listen. I tend to be kind of giggly and overexcited. That's one of my downfalls, even when dealing with my husband, because I interrupt him. Wonderful tips. Thank you. You are so welcome. So this is the thing. When it comes to being overexcited, you can be excited, but just show it in a different way. You know, like smile at him, nod, but hold it in. Make it a contest for yourself. Like, let's see who can talk the least. I bet you I can talk less than this man can talk. Trick yourself. I'm telling you, it works. Because sometimes you be like, especially if you disagree with something, you be like, don't do it. Right, that's excellent. Good. Thanks for the talk. You're a very smart lady. Oh, thank you. Okay, I'll try. Good. Yeah, just try it, girl. I'm telling you, this stuff, it's really not rocket science. You know, it just takes some getting used to, because I wasn't groomed this way. I don't know about y'all, but it just takes some getting used to. You know, you got to process it. You got to be like, dang, I've been doing that wrong. Okay. And then eventually it'll become second nature, because I'm not going to lie, I got these men down to a science, and it's easy to me now. You know, but it starts with that foundation of you putting yourself first and just recognizing that you're the prize. Once you have in your head, I'm the prize, everything will be okay. You'll stop trying to be a people pleaser. You know, it's supposed to be the other way around. He got to please you. He has to impress you. That's another thing you can do when you listening to a man talk. Remind yourself, he has to impress me. This is his time to impress me, and fall back and listen to what he has to say and smile. Laugh at his jokes. A man can say something that's not even that funny when he goes, I'll be like, so silly. Whole time, it wasn't even funny. Hey, Kiwi. Whole time, it wasn't funny at all. I'm so serious. Like, it really works. But yes, I'm about to put this on my YouTube channel. So if you're not following me on YouTube, my YouTube is Hanging Out with Love. That's 4 separate words. So please make sure you go subscribe. I'm about to put it up there right now, especially if you just got in. But thank you all so much for being here and for listening. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. I haven't been going live as often as I normally would, but I mean, that's a good thing. Y'all popped out tonight. So as long as you're on my YouTube, then you'll see more videos, because I post there more often than not. I probably make a post like every other day, every 2 days. I love you guys. Bye.